The situation is very horrible, difficult for us as rescue workers. We have many destroyed buildings across northwest Syria, many villages. In every village, in every city, there's buildings collapsed on the civilians. Tens of families are trapped beneath the rubble. Our efforts not enough to rescue them. We're working in full capacity, non-stop working since the 30 hours up to now. All the teams are in the field. We're facing many major difficulties. We don't have enough heavy equipment to deal with the large scale of rubble. The rubble is like mountains. Not just one heavy equipment can handle this. This disaster, it's bigger than any NGO operating in northwest Syria. We need international effort to support us as the state supporting other countries in such a disaster. The winter, the time that here in northwest Syria, it's disaster by itself, by its own. People are suffering already, and the buildings that collapsed, most of them were damaged by the bombing, by the Assad's forces and Russia. The health sector that is exhausted by the bombing. Many hospitals were destroyed, many medical facilities destroyed. All of that made the situation worse in northwest Syria.
And what's been your personal experience? Describe for us what you've seen and what you've heard people say in the aftermath of this disaster.
My personal experience starts from the very beginning, from the seconds of the earthquake. I was sleeping beside my three daughters, when the earth started to shake, and the earth was moving under our feet, and the ceiling was, the whole building was shaking. After seconds, I was shocked that my next neighbor, their house was collapsed, and there were 17 people who died. After that, I moved to another side. I saw six buildings. 6 buildings were collapsed and destroyed, and tens of people were under the rubble.
What's the estimate on the number of people who've been affected and the destruction that this earthquake has caused in Syria?
We documented more than 300 buildings collapsed completely, and many others were partially damaged. We don't have exact number for those who were affected by the earthquake, but what we know that there are thousands of people beneath the rubble right now waiting for help, waiting for us to get them alive before we lose them. So we urging and we asking to urgent help from any side, from the states that support us. Water, food kits, hygiene kits, drinkable water for those who lost everything, and now they are staying in the streets, under the trees. In the first place, they were displaced many times before by the Assad's forces. They thought this time they will not be displaced or hurt, but the earthquake increased the suffering of population in northwest Syria.
And tell us more about the challenges that you faced in trying to rescue and search for people who are stuck underneath the rubble.
Oh, we need to respond to everyone. It's our responsibility to save the people. It's our responsibility to save everyone. We're working on full capacity, but the big number of damaged houses and buildings, it's over our capacity, it's over our ability, and we're working around the clock, but it needs more support. It needs that everyone is hearing us to support us in this mission.